to another episode of Coaches Convos. I'm Coach Will. I'm here with Coach Juan, and today we're going to talk about, while he eats his Chick-fil-A, social media. We're going to talk about the benefits, the negatives, our takeaways from social media, what we struggle with, how it hurts us as personal trainers, and how it helps us as personal trainers. So I want to start off with just what we always talk about whenever we talk about social media is that not everything on social media is necessarily true or helpful or even built in facts. So we see all the time, and we have a lot of clients that come in and say, oh, I want to work on chest. I want to do this one workout that they say is perfect for your chest. And it is the most rotator cuff destroying, back breaking workout I've ever seen in my life that is super advanced, super technical, that probably has some chest benefit and some chest activation, but in reality, all it's going to do, if you're not a very conditioned and trained, person, member of the gym, athlete, whatever you want to call yourself, all it's going to do is lead you to possible injury or working out things that you don't need to be working out. We say it all the time here, fitness is kind of boring. Real progression is a little boring. You got to have fun in the progress and fun in the journey, but overall you're going to be doing a lot of the same workouts. You're going to be doing a lot of the same weight. You're going to be building up a lot of the same just muscle groups, and you're going to start off really slow because you want to build a firm foundation. What do you feel about that?
I completely agree, and I would say there is certain things that you want to follow that you see on Instagram, and then of course there's certain things that you, not even just Instagram, my bad, that you want to see on social medias, and then there's certain things that you don't want to follow. And like you said, we do experience when clients come into us and say they want to do this said exercise because they heard it was the best, and then I have to just simplify it and make them understand that necessarily any workout could be the said best workout for said person, So with that being said, you just have to be picky and careful on what you do select to follow, and that's something that I do want to get into eventually when we are talking in this podcast, the influences that are on social medias that lead you into just a straw path, the wrong direction, you know what I mean? So, but there's a bunch of stuff that you should be following, like Best Yet Fitness on Instagram, you know what I mean? There is good information, there is good workouts, there is good stuff on TikTok even so, but I don't know, I don't really get too mixy in the TikTok and Instagram stuff too much. How about you?
So I'm definitely more into TikTok. I'm more into Instagram than TikTok. I am on TikTok. Follow me at the same Best Yet Fitness, but also follow Coach Quan on Instagram.
Yes.
No, Coach Quan POV. But it's a lot of it is you kind of have to use your best judgment, because there's so much misinformation and disinformation. There are people and some of it's very obvious and very intentionally stupid and intentional lies. I saw this one guy who he posted a picture of the incline plate press. It was, guys, I just want to let you know, do not use this machine at all. It is the worst for you. You're not going to feel anything in your chest. He's being obviously sarcastic because he's gatekeeping the incline press. So there's stuff like that, but there's also people who really say, there are people who always have talk about barbell benching, and if you can't bench 225, then you got to give it up to someone who can. A lot of just stigma and a lot of old school mentality about the only way to grow muscle is to lift really heavy ass weight, and there is some truth to that, but there's also more to the story.
All right, so then I have a question for you.
Sure.
How do I know who to follow?
Ooh.
Is it because they have the most followers, or how do I know what certifications that they have just because they're posting on Instagram or rather any social media? It's like their business, they're promoting themselves or whatever. How do I know that their information is credible?
So honestly, it's a lot of due diligence on your part. It's a lot of going and seeking out, general opinion, because there are a lot of people I know that, one, they have 1 million followers, but no certification.
Yeah.
But I also know people that are certified, and maybe they got certified 10 years ago, and they're still using 10-year-old information, or they have this certification, they have a doctorate, they have all this stuff.
Yeah, extended.
They have thousands of letters past their name, that's more than just their last name, and they are still giving you wrong information, maybe because they were led astray, or they saw something on the internet. So a lot of it is due diligence on your part, and I've caught myself doing this too, where I've found, it's someone I really trust, whether it's a big name in social media or a big name in fitness, and I follow them, and I had to learn myself. But also talking with other trainers. So you and I sit down all the time. We talk about whenever we work out together. Oh, I do this way. Why do you do this way? And we talk about different things. Like one of the biggest things that I know.
Why the connective feel is just completely different in the workout. Like it's different, you know what I mean? So we definitely sit down and talk about it while we're working out, after the workout, you know what I mean?
One of the biggest examples would be the face pull. Because I know we both have trained the same person who asked us both how to do the face pull, and we do it differently, where you go in a downward motion that has more of an impact on the rear delt.
Yeah.
Whereas I do it at face level, and I pull up, so I get more of that rotator cuff, and I get more of that rotation on that side. Neither of those are wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
But they benefit differently. So that's the more important thing. If someone you want to see, when it comes to who to trust, they got to explain to you why you should do one workout and why you should do another, and it should make sense to you. They should be able to explain it.
Yeah, it's just my bad. It really shouldn't be this is wrong. It's just explaining why this angle makes it different. You know what I mean? Or why this posture makes it feel slightly different for said angle or said muscle group. You know what I mean? So I don't think most people are coming out with wrong information. No, I do actually like some.
There's a lot of wrong information, but there are some people that aren't intentionally. They're not. They mean well, but they're not necessarily giving you the best thing. I just want to say, but explanation is the biggest point. So that's the thing I want to take away. If I want you to look at, can someone explain this to me very simply? If someone cannot explain, if they have to throw 30 different technical terms, if they have to use every big name and not explain to you in the most simplistic way, I think it was Albert Einstein or one of those that if you got to teach, if you are able to, you're not able to know something until you can teach it to someone who doesn't know it. So having a pure understanding, so you and I have an understanding of a workout where I can break it in the most simplistic form. In something as simple as this just happened the other day. Oh, it's with a leg extension. Point your toes up. Such a dumb thing. People are just doing the workout and they're like, this is really easy. I'm like, all right, because they wanted to keep adding weight. Before you add that weight, point your toes up and do 3 more reps. All of a sudden they're screaming.
Dorsal flexion right there.
Exactly.
Ankle stiffness.
Yeah, so you see, you have the technical and then you have the simple. And your trainer should be able to do both. So that's something that I want to look at. Yeah, the simple way to put it. Keeping your chest up so that when you're doing a chest press, so you're not overextending your shoulder or you're not getting your back involved. Simple things like that. My biggest thing is when it comes to a chest press, it's so easy to flare your elbows, or it's so easy to tuck your elbows in too tight. So when I'll sit down with someone with a chest press, if this is 90 degrees and this is 0 degrees, I want you to do about a 45-degree angle. That way you have an optimal engagement in the chest. Your front delt is still there. You're not overextending. You're not flaring out your elbow, but you're also not tucking it in too much. And that simple like visual can help people really dial it in and get the proper chest activation on a workout that so many people don't do right.
Yeah. And now another one. Let me ask you: if I'm going to seek help or seek information online, whether it be, and then I have a said trainer already. What should I do with that information that I'm seeking online, and then relying on my trainer as well?
Ask their opinion. Give them a give and take. So have a discussion with your trainer. Don't tell them, hey, I saw this on TikTok. This is the only thing I want to do. I know you have clients like that. I have clients like that, but I also have clients that will show me a video and ask me, hey, does this make sense for us? Or why is this wrong?
Yeah.
And I have a lot, especially over time, it's so important to have a good relationship with your trainer or with trainers in general. So having a good relationship, if you guys want to talk to us, our ads are going to be down here. Getting comfortable with your trainers and knowing that, hey, this kind of goes against what my trainer says, or what I know that trainers that mean well, that aren't looking just for the instant gratification on social media, this kind of goes against them. So having that discussion with them, why doesn't this work? Why does this make sense? Is this just for social media, or is this actually a really good workout?
I like that. And then I like what you said, the word instant gratification. Now, even so, I fell victim to that. That's something that I experienced in definitely. So I started posting like Instagram reels and all this stuff. I would post maybe 3 to 4, 5 times a week. At one point, I was getting a lot of views and a lot of likes at a point, and I was just literally loving it. But then that asked me, how much time spent do you think I put in?
Oh, hours.
Literally ridiculous amount of hours. A ridiculous amount of hours, whether it be editing videos just to post them on Instagram for 60 seconds. Like, it's insane. Yeah, I got a couple hundred likes, couple 100 views, like, and I was feeling good about it.
Right.
It's weird. It's so odd. But then that falls into like your mental health, I would say. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. So I do have I have conflicting emotions about this when it comes to a business aspect.
Okay.
So I do not use social media outside of my business. Like I have a personal account, but I barely use it. It's a wasteland. I
go
really,
up and down.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yo, I want to get off Instagram. Can I get off Instagram? I want to. It's so up and down for me, but I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a struggle, and I feel that same way. Where I tell everyone, if it wasn't for the fact that my job has a direct correlation, a direct need to social media for what my goals are, I could be just a private trainer. I could just be a public trainer in a gym, and I could just do, just get my clients based off of referrals and word of mouth and, being actively in the gym. But I know with social media, I have such a wider reach, like what we're doing here right now.
Yeah.
And we have like an opportunity to kind of grow our own brand, and wanting to be in this industry for a long time and have a bigger impact in this industry, you do need social media. So that's where I feel. That's why I do it. There's a purpose and there's like a need for social media. So I don't get that same instant gratification. I don't like doing social media. I don't like spending the time recording and editing because it doesn't feel genuine. But also, I know there's a purpose to it. I know there's a reason behind it. But I do understand there is that good feeling of that instant gratification. Like your face and my face are in this gym all day, every day.
Yeah.
And people are always making comments about it, saying something about it. It does feel good.
Like you said, you're the man, remember?
Yeah, that guy. You're the man.
You're the man, you gotta say it. But no, even so, I've definitely fell victim to both sides of it. Feeling good and the feeling bad. And then I've made a bunch of different videos stemming from like inspirational videos. What are they, like workout videos, workout videos, and then also like my own personal type of videos, where it was just me being me, and those videos, it took a lot of time editing, and then I would just lose a lot of time in the day, and then I would be waiting to see how many clicks and likes I got from the project that I made, and I understand where that comes from, but it's not necessarily something that I love so much to a point where I could give it to everyone else. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I finally came to a conclusion of. So I'm gonna do everything that I still do. I like making the videos, all that stuff, but I don't need to give it and show everyone and do it all for likes and clicks and like that. So, but it is, it is cool. It is fun getting 10,000 views, you know what I mean? Like, what the heck? Like, who does that? Like, what the heck? But it definitely plays with your brain and stuff like that. You lose track of what really matters, like real life, you know what I mean? Spending time with your family, building bonds, connections with people in real life instead of, Instagramming them, DMing them, instant messaging them, whatever it may be. Everything's just always social media based. And you'll always find everyone just staring down into their phone. And what do you think they're doing? They're literally on TikTok. It's insane. It's insane. So that's how I feel about it. I fell victim to it. I look at it a little bit differently now. And I like using it as a business standpoint, but I also don't as well. Like I haven't posted in a while. I'm trying to get back onto my posting just to, get my name out there, get, my business out there, get my people out there, honestly. That's what I really care about is, getting them results and showing them off a little bit. But I don't necessarily have to do that, that also takes a little bit out of the session, setting up the tripod, actually recording. it takes a little bit out of the one-on-one. You know what I mean?
You lose that opportunity to really like hyper focus on form, and that's my biggest thing. And I know that's like that. I struggle with that too. But I actually have the opposite problem now, where a bunch of my clients want me to record them.
Yeah.
And I can see why, and because they want to track their progress, and they want to see that visual. And I get there's something about looking back on something and seeing the progress, how far you came. One of the easiest examples, honestly, is I love our finale video of our road to Syracuse. Every time that's on the screen, it makes me smile because it thinks about all that progress, all that time spent in
12 weeks.
That whole that arc of that journey, the drive up, like the whole, it brings me back to like how fun that was.
Yeah,
and
100%.
Looking back, like damn, we really put all that work in, we dialed in, and it was an experience.
I'm happy we did that.
Absolutely.
And to ping pong off of what you just said, like I had one of my ladies, her name is Barb, she's a sweet lady. She was doing mountain climbers. All I did was tell her, drop her hips, use your hands, push your chest up. Perfect, like her back is straight, like it was literally insane. I'm like, can I record your next set? She's like, yes. Showed her, she's like, I love that you just did that for me. So I like doing that as well. Once they have it perfectly down, everything is settled, we could literally hang out, talk right after the set is done, but they're locked in during the set, and I could really focus in and, like you said, hyper focus and be heavy on them.
But also that recording is good to spot issues in the thing. And for example is when you train my guy. He can't, like, he was so thrown away by that. He was so like blown away by it. Really appreciate it. When you guys couldn't figure out what it was, so you asked to record him, and you recorded that set, and then you guys
looked it down.
Yeah, exactly, and you were able, in that moment, you were able to figure out without actively, and that honestly is something that I do want to work on more, because usually you in the moment you want to watch them and see if you can correct it, but at the same breath, while you're doing that, they're still doing it wrong.
Yeah.
So you're actively putting on reps that they're doing wrong. So I think that it's
about just pinpointing things, and recording it does help.
Absolutely. So that definitely is a game changer.
And I would say because I do the speed training too as well, for our evaluation, we record them in slow motion just to see their foot strike patterns, how high they're kicking their knee up, seeing how their recovery cycle is, everything, how their posture is when they're running. So it does help us pinpoint certain things that we need to improve. So I do like it in that aspect, 100%.
Absolutely. It's just a matter of finding that balance between the two.
Yeah, like do we have to post it or? Not necessarily, but if they would like it, I would love for them to feel happy about me posting it, definitely. 100%.
Yeah, and some people really enjoy that. Some people, that's how they feel appreciated, by you posting them
100%.
and showing them off and showing their hard work. Other people hate it. And I always, whenever I'm sitting down with a new client and I'm, going over like the contract and in all that, one of the things in the contract that at least we have for Gold's Gym is image use. And permission to use your image and all that. So I always specify, hey, listen, we're trainers, this is our brand, you're our brand, you're our, our product of all the hard work you're going to be doing. Some of my trainers like to record, some of mine don't, some of mine like to record too much. And, but at the end of the day, we do like to record for use of either posting or just to show your progress and to track your progress over time. Do we have your permission for that? And some people say, I really don't want that, I'm really not comfortable with that. And some people say, you can record it, just don't post it anywhere. And other people say, yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can record me, post me, at me, tag me in it, send it to, give me my own fitness page. Like, I have a girl who wants to run her own fitness page at the end of our contract. And so she asked me, can you start recording me? I want to feel comfortable behind the camera, doing the workouts, because eventually I do want to start my own fitness page.
That's pretty dope.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, that's dope.
And me and her just did Bulgarian split squats yesterday. She was fighting for her life, and she loved every minute of it.
I bet she was. So was I yesterday.
I was not.
So was I.
I was doing everything else for legs. Split squats. That's Friday.
Nah, I've added those in for the past 5 weeks.
It's a game changer.
I think my legs have grown.
They have to. They have to.
Oh, they have to. It feels dominant.
Because you do it the way I do that whole on my heavy leg day. I'll do my walking lunges to the Bulgarian split squats. I'll do 5 and 5, and then I'll walking lunge back, and then do wall sits.
Yeah.
In one continuous.
Yeah, no, it's like 2 times a week, just heavy. Knees gonna snap. My legs are gonna grow. It's alright.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
But getting back to social media.
Yeah, my bad.
So, if you're a trainer watching this, let's go into more of the business and the sales aspect. Why social media is good for that. We kind of touched on it briefly, how we can get in a wider range. But one thing we can do is you can do online programming, online training, online sales through social media. One of the ways that we do this, we actually have a questionnaire that's in my bio. I don't know if you have yours in your bio.
Yeah, I got it in my LinkedIn tree.
Yeah, I think it's Linktree. LinkedIn is the social media.
Whatever.
Yeah, so it's in both of our link trees, and we also have to add this to our link trees. But
Yeah.
that's beside the point. Where we have it's an assessment, so it breaks down. It's a whole form that we use to, you get their name, their number, their information, what they're looking for. Are they looking for in-person training? Are they looking for online only? Are they looking for nutrition coaching? We look at their availability. We have them write down any of their injuries or anything that they struggle with. And then that all gets sent to us directly, and then we can reach out to them through that, whether it's through their email, their phone number, their social media. And then that's how a way that we can kind of expand our horizon beyond just the Long Island area, beyond just the Gold's Gym and Islip area or Middle Island. It opens up our activities. So having a personal brand, having a page on social media that you can use to show who you are, that's the biggest part. Be real, be genuine on yours. One of the things that I struggle with is being very robotic, which is why I like doing, I like what you do about your day in the life. I like you doing your, those videos were very personal, they were very real. And that's something I struggle with. Pretty much if you go down my list of social media on my account, it's pretty much all just workouts. That's why, when we started doing the YouTube videos, I try to get a little more silly. I try to get a little more more energy into it, because that's who we are. Like if you work out with me or Quan, we're not just sitting there and talking. Unless it's 5 a.m., 6 a.m., then I might be a little just getting through the motion. But in general, we're goofing around, we're laughing, we're making jokes, we're having conversation with you. That's who we are, because we're personal trainers, and we want to show more of that, because a lot of people can get intimidated by trainers. A lot of people can get scared, like, oh, they might be too militant, they might be, meatheads, they might be mean, they might, be drill sergeant, mean trainer. I'm a mean guy. But that's part of why you should be more personal on your, having a authentic page where people can really see who you are.
Yeah.
Having maybe some kind of intro video pinned where you talk about who you are as a person, who you are as a trainer. You and I did that when I first came to this gym.
Yeah.
We did a little intro video on Gold's Gym.
Meet the trainers.
It's
that simple.
And so that's something I'm gonna, honestly, I'm gonna work on now. Probably this week is I might make a little highlight reel about myself, who I am, and pin that. Yeah,
and that's all.
Exactly. This is something that we did when we introduced ourselves here.
Like people come in now and they look at me and they're like, oh, he's jacked. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't start like this, you know what I mean? At all. 265 when I started, you know what I mean? Completely huge. Not even. I just didn't realize I was fat, you know what I mean? I would call myself chubby. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I was fat. And it wasn't until 5 years of training that I fixed myself up, and I'm still working on myself to this day. Like, it's an everyday thing, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm here every day, and that's why I would love for you guys to come talk to me. That's it.
And also, the emotional impact that it has, because that's something it takes, every now and then I forget about, but, who I am as a person is so much different now than who I was when I was a skinny kid. When I was a skinny kid, I had no confidence, I had no energy, I had no real social skills. I was a super awkward kid. I'm still a little awkward, but now I'm more out there, I'm more enthusiastic, I'm smiling more often, and I'm having a better time, not because I have all this muscle on me, but because weight training. Weight training has changed me as a person. It made me get out there more. It made me be more sociable. It made me also just feel more confident in myself. And that's how I was able to, not necessarily, and again, muscle doesn't mean confidence, but exercising, feeling better about yourself is going to change you as a person. And that's what we want to do. And I was having this conversation with one of my clients that wants to have a transformation. He wants more than a physical transformation. he wants to be better as a person entirely. He wants to change his emotion, and I told him it's going to come along with the journey. It's part of the journey. Is finding ways to better yourself in every aspect. It all works together.
Yeah, no, it definitely does, and I like that a lot. I would say, like, I have a lot of guys that had that mentality flip early, and it was like they wanted it. They wanted to just be a better person before they got into the gym, and then they seen the results that they could get from the gym, and this is just keeping them in there. You know what I mean? It's giving them that confidence. Like you said, muscle doesn't bring confidence, but muscle definitely brings something.
It helps.
Muscle definitely brings something.
It certainly helps.
Like when I have a guy that's starting at 180 pounds and now he's sitting at 220, Duff, like he's moving around like he's huge, and he is huge, and he should move around like that. You know what I mean? So, and that's what it comes down to. We as trainers, like that's where it comes from. Like you guys think we're a little bit militant, we're just harder on ourselves, so that gives us the ability to be harder on you guys. You know what I mean? We have to do it. We have to continue to strive to be better, so that we could push you guys to be better. If we didn't, then why would you guys, hire us? Necessarily. I know you guys need tips and advice, but we would love to give you guys that regardless. You know what I mean? As long as we're getting the hard work, that's all we could ask for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is there anything else on social media you want to touch on?
I mean, yeah, most definitely. Ready? So, like I was saying, with the hard work that you guys give us, then we could then use it to expand our business. Whether we're posting new results from the before and after pictures, and there's a lot of things that come down to it in those before and after pictures. I'm very, very picky on what I post. I don't think I posted any of my before and after pictures, but I definitely have a lot of them, and I love them. I literally love them to death. But I haven't posted them just because most of my people are like, oh, I'm not ready yet, and I'm still with them to this day. So they have a lot of room for more improvement. You know what I mean? So we're still not done. The journey's not over. But then, yes, we could use it to expand our business, whether it be posting your transformation videos, and then also your transformation photos, before and after everything. Like, you know what I mean? It is very helpful just to show other people that they have it's very helpful to show other people that they have the ability to make a change in themselves, and then it makes us feel good when you feel better about yourself, seeing the physical change and then being posted and all that stuff. You getting that gratification makes us feel good.
Absolutely, 100%. And yeah, transformation. I agree. Being picky on your transformation photos. Like my one girl, Kia, child from Italy, she posted in the same position. I think she had a different bathing suit on for both of them, but they were very similar. They looked very similar, and so you were able to actually see the difference because she had the same angles. She had the same, at least, level of clothing. Like she wasn't wearing, shorts in one and then bikini in the other. She wasn't doing, angles on the phone and changing it up how she looked and positioning herself in different ways from the before and after, because we want to see those results. I know it makes it easier to sell yourself as a trainer when you show genuine results, because people you must become undeniable when it comes to your training, and when it comes to your ability as a trainer, you must become undeniable. I don't want anyone to ever say, that wasn't because of him, it was because of this. I don't want to take the credit when it comes to transformation, and I don't. When I have these people that come through and they have my one guy with an incredible transformation, I don't take credit for him.
No.
And because I know what the work he did, but he will say the same thing. He'll bring it back and be like, yes, I did my part, but you showed me what to do. You kept me accountable, and you taught me how to better myself in every aspect. And that's what makes his transformation undeniable. Same thing with my girl Kia. She did the work. She put the work in. She checked in with me. She asked questions. Even though she's a world away, she still was able to stay consistent, be there with me, check in with me, and her results showed. And now she's just moving on to the next step. Now she's building even more muscle, and she's working right now to this day with more programs.
And that's what we want to do when we're posting on our social medias, show the discipline and the hard work that it comes with it, and the results that come with the discipline and the hard work. But fortunately for us, we have good people that want to transform their lifestyle, not just their body and mind physically and mentally. They want a complete flip, 360 flips, So I'm very fortunate to be in this position, and I'm very blessed to have the people that I have. But we're all on the same journey, you know what I mean? And it's going to be an everyday thing.
One thing I also want to note, I want to bring up is, like you said, it's an everyday thing. It's hard work. It's not going to be instant.
Yeah.
If a trainer can tell you he can make you look like this in 30 days, he probably can. He could probably make you lose a decent amount of weight. He probably can make you drop a lot of water weight. He could probably make you put on some muscle very quickly. But it's going to take time. And when you're looking at a trainer, that's like going back to when you asked how to tell, good from bad on social media, their timeline. If a trainer is giving you guaranteed timelines, it's probably not. It's probably selling you a bag of goods, because what they're going to do is immediately turn that back on you and say, oh, it's your fault you didn't lose the 30 pounds. I know I can make my clients lose 30 pounds, but you're not working hard enough. And you might be working like as hard as you can be, and you might just not have enough body weight to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. So usually what they're talking about when they're saying, oh, this client lost 100 pounds in 3 months, they probably had 130 to lose. And so that's like, they might not give you the whole story. You want to look at a trainer who's going to give you a realistic goal and a realistic expectation.
100%.
If you don't have a lot to lose, I tell my people, you don't have a lot to lose. You're probably going to be, we're going to be looking at your body fat maybe once a month on top of your scale, because your scale might not change. It might even go up. I had some people where it started going up and their body fat went down. So that's something that we also get better as trainers over time, and that's the part about
realizing, expressing, and explaining.
I like that.
It all falls down to the explanation.
Explaining
why I have a trust in your trainer. And then again, if you do want to go with the social media gigs, just rely back to your said trainer if you have one. You know what I mean? Because that's why you have them in front of you for said hours a week.
And even if you don't have, sign up for, most trainers will do a free session with you, and you can sit down with that trainer and you can just ask some questions.
Every gym.
I've had people say, hey, listen, I don't want to actually work out. I kind of know how to work out. I just have some questions about some things, and I just want to like tweak this certain specific thing. And I've done the free session with them, and you know what? I've gotten extra sessions from them. From that, I've had people buy 3 months of training because they realized, oh wow, I asked them about my bench press, but I realized all these faults. It's not because I was tricking them. It's not because I was like convincing them that they suck. I just showed them what a real workout can do, how much I can show them. It was my results. It was my ability to show them what they really need, not pushing something that they don't need or don't want. I just showed them I gave them what they wanted and then some, and they realized, oh wow, there's more to get from this. There's more to this trainer. But that might not be. You might just have a one and done, one question, and you're moving on. And that's fine. But feel free to use what's around you. Ask these trainers, because we love to show you the best way. We love to show you, and not even just us, other trainers in other gyms want to show you the best, because that's why we all got into this business. To better people.
Most definitely. I agree.
Wrap it up?
Yeah.
You want to do the outro or you want me to?
No, you got that shit, bro.
You're cooked.
Yeah, I am cooked.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Coaches Convos. If you like what you see, make sure you hit that like button, and you hit that bell, the subscribe button too. Let us know what you like to hear. Let us know what you didn't like to hear. If you agree with us or disagree with us, comment down below, or you can add us at Coach Quan, at Best Yet Fitness. New videos every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. Sometimes it's gonna be later in the Tuesday. Sometimes it's gonna be earlier. I was fighting for my life this weekend, so I couldn't edit the last one. So I'm editing it. And I'm gonna edit it when I get home. But every Tuesday there's gonna be a video up. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram so you know when the video drops.
Got it on real quick. Apologize, guys.
Take it easy.